Welcome everyone to Excel 2010. My name is Dan McAllister. I'll be your facilitator today. I'm a certified Microsoft Office expert in Excel. The first thing I'm going to suggest is that you get Excel started. And you can do that by going to your Start button in the lower left-hand corner. Click on that, slide up to All Programs, hover over that. You don't actually have to click on it. You may then have to scroll up and down to find some folders. The specific one you're looking for might say Microsoft Office, or it might say Microsoft Office 2010. And then you're going to point at Office 2010, give that a click, and then indented from that, assuming that you're using Windows 7 the same way I am, is a list of the Microsoft Office 2010 programs, and in our case, more specifically, Excel. So point at Microsoft Excel 2010, give that a click, and that'll take you to where I am right now. You can see up in my blue title bar, it says Book 1. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, I see Sheet 1, Sheet 2, Sheet 3. So I'm going to put the video on pause. I'm going to give you a second to do that. Go get Excel started, and then we'll play together. All right, welcome back. Well done, everybody. So the first thing I want you to look at are the little boxes that are up here in your Excel worksheet of the Excel workbook. Here are the sheets down here, Sheet 1, Sheet 2, Sheet 3 of Book 1. All generic names here. You can rename those things eventually. But around Learn It, we always joke that every time you open up a new workbook, you are 3 sheets to the wind, if you've ever heard that term before. So I can take my mouse and point at one of these boxes and click my left mouse button, and it will move the box to that spot. That box is called the cell pointer. This is my mouse pointer, that fat white cross over there. The mouse pointer changes shape depending on where I'm pointing. And then when I'm down in the worksheet area, I've got this fat white cross. So when I click my left mouse button, I move that cell pointer box wherever I want. I can also move the cell pointer box by simply hitting the arrow keys, and I'm going to do that for just a moment. Hit the right arrow keys a couple of times, up and down arrow keys. Notice how that box is moving around. Now, this little box is called the cell pointer box. The other boxes that it's moving between are referred to generically as cells, C-E-L-L, and every cell has an address. You'll notice I see letters across the top here, and I see row numbers across the side. So I see column letters across the top. Column E, if I point at that E and click, it selects that entire column E, and it's longer than I can see right now. It extends off the bottom of my screen. Here's column H. I can put my mouse in the middle of a letter like the J and hold the left mouse button and drag sideways, and that way I've got multiple columns. Columns J, K, and L all selected at the same time. I can also do that with the row numbers over here. If I point at the number 3 and click, that chooses row 3 all the way across my screen, even wider than what I'm seeing right now. And if I move down here to number 5 and drag down, I can select 5, 6, and 7 at the same time. So these are ways that I can select huge amounts of screen space, even out off the end of what I can't see. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to click at the intersection of column C and row 1. When I click there, I have moved to cell C1. Notice it says so right over here in this area called the name box. So every time I click on a cell, it tells me the intersection that I have achieved, and you can even see the orange letters and numbers showing up over here. I am in cell E3. By the way, note that you always say the letter first, then the number. If you try to talk to Excel about cell 3E, you will totally confuse it. It knows it as E3.